Tulau atu le Faapotopotoga se o tātou tutulai. Please stand.
Fetalai mai Yesu. Wa nei le tuitu maleola. O le faatuatua mai a tia o ewi lava inoti. Ai ola na vaia. Tangata ola uma o e faatuatua mai a tia u. E le oti lava e o i le whapau. A wai le ai so tatu e ola mo ia lava. E le oti foi se tasi mo ia lava. A wā a whai tātou te ola mo le li'i. Pe a whai oti, e oti mo le li'i. O le nei, pe ola pe oti tātou, o ta ngata lava o le li'i tātou. Wā o le mea lea wa maliwa i Keriso, ma wa toe tū mai ai, ma wa FUIFUI. Ina ia whaia o ia mali'i e uoti, a toa mai ola. O le mea e te nofo ai o le atua o le whakavau lea. O i au lano foi a o le whakavau. O nganga o e ami o tonu o le a o le atua lea. E le toi o fo i a te i lātou se mea tinga. A wā o pei i lātou e woti le manatu e wā lea. Mano lātou whamawai pei o so lātou malaya. A toa malo lātou malanga se atu e pei o lo lātou whaamatia. A e pei tai wa iai lātou i lo lātou manuia. E le mawhaia le otu, po le ola, po angelu, po li'i, po le maulunga, po le loloto, po se tasi mea na whaia. E le mawhaia e ia mea na whate e seina i tātou i le alofa o le atua. O lo ia Keriso Yesu lo tātou li. Amu ia e whaanonoa. A wā e whaamawhanaina i lātou. Au ale atua tu vale au tō roto. A ia au tō faatuatua i le atua. Ia faatuatua mai fo i a te au. Te le mea na nofo ai le maota o lo tamaa. Ia whakataia le atua le tamao le tātou li o Yesu Keriso. O le na whanau kuina i tātou ona o tele. Ina e i le whakawauaka. I tōna tumai o Yesu Keriso le e osi. Ia iko i le toki e le pala. Le ai se ama o ia. La sua i ina, sua i petai. Lea o mautu mai sa o tātou matarine. Mo le amateina o sahi whai. Whakatau.
Please be seated. Greetings in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, and welcome to you all. Thank you for making your time available to join with us in this special service and to say farewell to our dear son, a friend, a father, Junior. So bear with me in spirit of worship as I lead this funeral service, mostly in our Samoan language. Fatalo fatu, swafa malu o Yesu lo tātou li whaola. I lo tō a whio mai, masu mai, matala mai o au. Tātou te awai whatasi le toi Sauniga le nei. O lo tātou atali o le wō, o le tamā, ia Junior. So let us worship God. Tātou tāpuai I le atua. Gospel of St. John reminded us, saying, in the world you shall have trouble, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Tāua le vangalia Ioane. E maua o tau le pua ngā le lalolangi. Ai au tau loto tele. O manu malo le lalolangi. Let us pray. Tātou Tatalo. Le atua o le whawawāue. Wea mai le mauti noa ia te mātou. I le winga o le ola o lo mātou wola ai. Lea foi sa FUIFUI le atali nei. So ina lava I mātou I pua ngā mawhaingatā, peitai, we manu malo ono I mātou. Le ala foi leo lo mātou atua I lumo o lawa fio, I lona tai Sauniga nei. I le tali tonunga whare faatuatua, o lo mātou malosi, o lo I lawa fio lava lea. O leo mātou pulu nau inai, leo fio mai o lo nganga pa ia, e te taita ina I mātou le nei Sauniga. Ngalue ina o mātou loto tāpuai. Ina ia mawhai lava na mātou ofu ina atu le nei tāpua inga whamawai. Ia whai mawi inga I lau fio, lo mātou atua le tamā le alo ma le angangsa. Amene. Tātou Pese, Pese pēne por kalame se lau sufu marwha. ona sila el tātou por kalame. Ia, o la vanone o tātou toi muli mau. Le atali. Le mai IFOPO. Ia, Faapotopotoga. Tina ia Faapotopotoga. E ona le pele lea ua. Ia, lea te le taimi o tātou. Pe foi se tangata e fia muli mau ele fai se muli mau ana po. Ia to eva no nei.
Sunga whawhiata ina o whanga whawhia. Ma le whale tō i a sina whawhia. Whapewhore Ekalesia Cannons Creek nei. Whātala whātawhoi le pa ia mali mamalo. Au whia o Faanopotopoto mai. A wale a Sofia Junior. Ia whamalulu atu. O le la whaelo mori mau i le ngangana whaperitania. Isaiah. O le iai wō Junior mai te wānanga o Aotearoa, mai Shannon, mai isi atu o Pasifika, ia ele leila tō wha Samoa. So le la whaelo moli mau isi o tō lua lea i le Ingilisi. So whānau, I'm used to saying whānau because I'm a kaiako at the Wānanga for many years. So I've just explained that I'm going to do my eulogy in English today. 90% of the eulogies yesterday were in Samoan, and you know I'm sure that my friend, or Junior's friends as well, and his colleagues from Te Wānanga o Aotearoa, and other spaces that he's worked at, Messe University, has come through as well. You know, don't understand Samoan, and I'm sure you'd want to understand what I'm saying about Junior today. So my name is Faaeafaleupolu So'o. I'm Junior's wife. I'm Junior's better half. I'm Junior's queen. I'm all of the good things to Junior. And if I haven't met you, this is a really awkward moment to be meeting. But I thank you for coming, and I thank you for taking the time out to really celebrate Junior's life today. So for those of you who were here yesterday at the family service, you know, you would have listened to all of the eulogies last night. And you know, in true teaching style, and for those of you who don't know, Junior is a social worker, but he also is a social work educator. So in true teaching style, I sat there and I listened to all of the eulogies, and I did some, what we would call in teaching and in research, data collection. And then I took that data and then I did a bit of a thematic analysis of all of the eulogies last night. And, you know, I just wanted to hear what all of Junior's loved ones had said about him from their perspective. And so I thought I had a pre-list that I wanted to talk about today, but so many of his loved ones had covered off all of the other aspects that I was going to talk about today. So I had, you know, as a teacher does, you tick, tick, tick. So I came down, I narrowed it down to 7 key themes that I want to cover today in my eulogy today. And some of these were kind of covered last night, but not really. So I'm going to probably get into a little bit of the truth about some of those stories that you might have heard last night. So the seven themes that I wanted to cover today. The first theme is called Love Not at First Sight. The second theme is Our Wedding. The third theme is Junior's master's degree. The fourth theme is Te Wānanga o Aotearoa, ki Porirua ki Papaioia, Palmerston North. The fourth theme that I'm sure many of you know is Daddy Judy's, and I better add the hashtag in there. The next theme is Porirua versus Shannon. The sixth theme is his passing, so I want to explain, the moments leading up to his passing. And the last theme is his legacy. So please bear with me, it'll take about 2 hours. But I better do it right for my poor husband who's gone and left me with 8 children. So the first theme, love not at first sight. So Bafilio and Ida, they in their minds, they think that Junior and I met because they hooked us up at the holiday program. Because Bafilio and Ida at the holiday program were best friends. But actually, what they don't realise is we met a bit earlier than that. So last night we heard a little bit about Junior's chocolate skin and his... but by the time I met Junior, he was probably more of a darker chocolate, and he had a weird-looking mullet/schoolboy haircut, which I later found out himself. It was not love at first sight because I had been working at Te Ao Maneno Trust for at least over a year before I even decided to take the risk of dating someone with 2 children. Actually, we went on a date, and I actually thought that it was going to be a candlelit dinner date, but instead he took me to his house in Cheshire Street, which is at the heart of the hood, and we had saveloys and tomato sauce. And to make it worse, he had gout at that time. And he made me open up the tomato sauce can because he couldn't open it because his gout was flared in his right hand. This probably should have been the first red flag, eh? And for those of you who also know Paula Laumemea, she was actually the cupid that made it really awkward, and she would say to Junior and myself when we were talking in the hallways at Te Ao Maneno, and she would say, "Oh, Bolo, you're single, aren't you? Oh, Junior, you're single, aren't you?" And then it just became this awkward thing, and then we decided to actually start dating from there. So thank you, Paula. Now you've left me widowed now. So the next theme is our wedding. So to cut a longer story short, Junior and I had our children Tausani and Samoana in the same year, which I don't recommend to anyone. This meant that our family grew from 3 children, because I came with Ida, Junior came with Bafilio and Le'aniva, and this meant that we became a family of 5, and with Tausani and Samoana we became a family of 7. We decided to get married and to really show our dedication to each other. So on the 17th of August 2013, we got married. And as you heard from Aufanga last night, Junior said that the only thing that was missing in our wedding was the kiss. But I just wanted to add to that story because it wasn't Junior's idea. I was actually a bit annoyed that the moment I was dreaming about my whole life, I didn't actually have a kiss. And so I forced Junior to go and ask Aufanga that this is what we were going to do at the reception. And so he gave me a kiss at our wedding. Leading up to our wedding, our kids were quite disappointed that Junior didn't get down on one knee and actually propose to me properly like a real man would. And I said to the kids, well, Junior has very sore knees, so it was probably not a good idea anyway. On the morning of our wedding, I get a phone call from my brother-in-law, David Rask, who's also here, that the grooms were all missing and that they couldn't find Junior, who was the main groom. They got so smashed that night that I had to drive into Wellington that morning and find all of the groomsmen and find my husband that were all, pretty wasted. And I think this is probably the first wedding in the history of all weddings where the bride arrived before the groom. The third theme is Junior's master's degree. One of Junior's proudest academic moments and academic achievements is that he was not only able to attain a master's degree, but it wasn't the master's degree, it was writing his master's degree in English. And for many of our students here, where English is their second language, this is quite a massive achievement. And this was something that Junior really pushed for his wānanga students who came from Samoa, who English, was probably not even their second language, might have been their third language. So he would often challenge his children to maybe think about writing a thesis in Samoan. That would be a real challenge. Theme number 4 is Te Wānanga o Aotearoa. What can I say? And the Wānanga are very represented here, and they also represented during the week. Junior started first working in the Youth Guarantee space after completing a graduate diploma in the Bicultural Professional Supervision course at the Wānanga. He was inspired by his kaitiaki and kaiako at the time, Maualaivao-Esera, who's also here. She then got him to interview for the role at Youth Guarantee. And this is where he met lifelong friends such as Wayne and Jen, the awesome Patsy, who's also been slaving away through the whole week. Also kept quite close to his heart. Also Andy Hanara is also here as well. Sia, the late Walter, I want to acknowledge Walter as well, who's also passed away. And other friends. Other friends like Gillian, Nani, Fraser, and all of the crew at YG. He then transitioned over into the social work team, where he made other lifelong friends, such as the princesses of Niue, Haibi and Jay, Ikiiwa, Iritana, Mariah, the late Joy, who's also passed, Ed, I'm not sure if I've seen Ed, Korotamati, and the whole Wānanga crew, such as people like, he would have wanted me to mention, like Tahu, Rachel, Eugene, Reagan, Tapahia, Helena, Pakake, Ripeka, Stacey, Christina, Renu, Marion, and everyone. It's too many to name. Junior said that he will never forget his time at the Wānanga and that this place has taught him so much about the bicultural relationships between tangata whenua and the Pacific, and that it goes beyond what we're experiencing and seeing now. Junior loved to unpack ata by Taina Pohatu, which he would often try and think about the Samoan term for ata. And our last conversation a couple of weeks back, he landed on the Samoan concept of malie. So this might be a rangahau that maybe one of his children might want to keep carrying on for him. Junior and I were also heavily involved in the rangahau space, in the Te Kei Takiwa, which is where he loved to be around Helena Pakake and then later on Salapi Maivadina, who took over the rangahau space. In this space he wrote 3 articles all around the success of Pasifika students at a tertiary level. Theme number 5 is hashtag Daddy Duties. I know Junior would have probably wanted me to mention that he has 30,500 followers on TikTok, but it didn't happen overnight. With the help of a really big sinkhole in the back of our backyard, really upped his profile on social media. If you know, you know. A bit of a story to TikTok. What you might not know is that Junior talked about his good friend John Schwalger, who's also come through, Patsy's brother. And he talked to me about John. And what that means is, that they are so lucky. John Shulker's kids are so lucky that they can just turn on Google or turn on YouTube and they can see all of their dad all over, the online space. And so he thought to himself, well, I didn't make it to the peak of the rugby like John did, but I could probably start something similar so that I can leave that legacy for my children and that they could go on onto the online space and just watch me at any time, because he knew that his time was probably nearing. And in that time, obviously, Daddy Duties grew into something else. It definitely manifested itself. But the original intention of Junior wanting to start that TikTok page has now finally come full circle. And I'm sure all of us here in the last, 72 hours have probably viewed all of Junior's TikToks just to hear his voice. And I'm not a TikTok person, but I tell you, I've been crying and watching all of his TikToks and rewinding and playing them all over again. So I think really he made that page probably for me. What you see Junior doing in his Daddy Judy's online profile is absolutely how he is in his real life. And so, he did things like cooking. He also did food, clothes and toy reviews. He did dances, he did singing, love and relationship advice, even though sometimes he didn't take it himself. He would talk about couples counselling, health advice. Health advice. And his favourite thing to do was to eat muffins and drink coffee and his inspirational quotes as well, and about being happy in life. And a million other things. I think the point of that I wanted to say is that Junior didn't have a TikTok lane. When you're on TikTok, you have a special lane that you follow. Junior was more like the Auckland motorway that went all over the place. But for Junior, it was him, that definitely represented who he was. The sixth theme is Porirua versus Shannon. Junior's heart is Porirua, but Junior's love is Shannon, which ideally, is the same thing. As we heard, Junior loved Norths as a rugby player, as a coach to the beautiful Pugs team alongside Jason Taniela, Mark, also see Keith here as well, and all of those amazing coaches. And he also was proud to represent Porirua in other sports like flag, tag, for the Saiyans Club, as well as Pirates with Patsy and John. Autouru, or Shannon, as most of us know it as, is where Junior and I have been enjoying life for the past 4 years. Here, Junior took on the coaching role for the teams. And what people might not know is that there wasn't really any junior rugby teams in Shannon, and because we were too lazy to take the kids to Palmerston North to play rugby, we forced all of Tausani and Samoa's friends to join, and they did. They did in really good numbers, and we were able to have some amazing seasons with the Shannon junior rugby team, who are also here. I also want to acknowledge some of our families in Shannon who have been really kind, who have been really generous with their alofa to Junior over the last four years. Cherie, who's been here, she's been the babysitter and the mother hen here, but she also does that in Shannon as well. Even when we arrive at the rugby games, she's already at the van ready to take the twins out. So thank you, my friend, it doesn't go unnoticed. And to other families, like Morris, he's also our other head coach in Shannon, and one of Junior's first friends in Shannon, and he was probably the best person to make friends with because he's related to everyone in Shannon. The Ketu family, the Mani family, Sharon and Mike, Principal Nick Julian in the Shannon School, Pa Wiley, Rhea Hyde, Karina, the Harringtons, the Mark family, the Heinemann whānau, Cam, the Houstons, the Pilkingtons, Jenny, Silla Wade and the whānau, the Carrolls in the office who give Junior everything he needs for rugby, Burda, and much more. Tēnei te mihi mai oha kia koutou katoa mō tō aroha mai kia mātou I roto I tēnei wā. So finally, his passing and his legacy. On July 24th, in the late afternoon, Junior was taken into Palmerston North Hospital by ambulance. At 6:42 p.m. on July the 25th, Junior took a really deep breath and he passed very peacefully and very beautifully. He was in the presence of myself and IFOPO and Paula's parents, and just at the right time, Evan Lele Ifano walks in as well and was able to also experience that beautiful moment. As Junior took his last breath, we all witnessed his body really soften, and because over the years his body was very tense for a long time. And so his body was at peace and it was relaxed. And so the chocolate skin that his sister Geraldine spoke about yesterday finally came back. And it was beautiful. And how can I be angry at that, right? How can we be upset about that? And so now he was back to his Skux Deluxe self, and he was more handsome than ever. So how can we mourn that when that is what peace looks like, right? His legacy. Junior's legacy lives on in all of us. All of his nieces and nephews who are here are all a part of his legacy. Also want to mention his sister Leo in Samoa, who can't be here, but sends her love, and she often spoke with Junior almost every day actually. And his sister Rowena, who also can't be here. You heard from his beautiful sisters yesterday, and his brothers as well. And I just wanted to acknowledge that that's Junior's legacy. But actually, his legacy is his son, Bafilio, his daughter, Leoniva, his other daughter, Ida, Tausani and Samoana, Vanapa Junior, Olea Ulavale Mai, Kamakikile Kangi Mai, and the Masanga, the twins, Faapotopotoga So'o Family, and Siunga Fautila So'o. The legacy of Junior will live on through them. And in closing, I just wanted to thank all of Junior's family who made this day possible, and was able to make me just stay in the room and just mourn and just spend my last time with Shioko Urualia. And I just wanted to thank Aufanga and the Whakaasa Church for your hospitality as well. And I wanted to just end by saying that we haven't lost anyone, we've only gained an angel. Manuia Lauga. And when it's my time to go, you better be waiting there with a coffee and a muffin. I love you, and I'll love you for you.
Maualaivao-Esera manaia le muli mau isi iutolua ia masi foi ua mai ona tagofia ma faapai atu e tusa o le auasiasi mai laso ananafi i groups ia nau mai ae le'i feiatua se tala na ona faaopoopo faafetai i le toeina ia maise o lou soatau lou luafala na se lua e lē koe kau seu kafiliga le ga'a i paia o le Ekalesia lea o ngae a fio malala mai kupu mai o Samoa le mo mai o le mamalu fo yo tatou mafuta le nei aso e ye ngai ka ngaka ia o kele ko o le umanga ngao aku uma le mo mau Faapotopotoga le foi ngo kango kusi la lo ke kala ngoa ko ia le la le ko ka o le uma na on a fight out. I just want to mention some people who have also influenced Junior's life. Ol vaenga la le nei na youngs, ole au young le ia Kath, and the late Ian Young, ole tamale o Andrew, o nisi o tangata na te le lato saufanga i le olo kamale o kupukua i Kongo o Porua, le lawa o mai tātou te mafuta lesson nei. Whapena le au Gilmore sia Linda and Gary Allen, or Linda Gilmore and Allen, and whaftai i logo saufanga e pe ona tātou mafuta i le tele o taimi. Whapena fo i the sorry Diane, o te leilopo o mai le family service, a o ngai kangaka papae ia o ke lei o latu sao i le tuputupuae fo i le neita mo junior. O lewa umana o atu i le tala i le Shannon community whapena ia au laka pi matulanga whapena, but I just want to mention specifically i Cherie. Cherie e mai le community le a Shannon, ngā kaungo umaya i ngei le kengia lea, i le asolua le au mai e tune nei. E o mai sao fai i le ngawhai makamaiki. Cherie, you don't realize how much we have appreciated, still are appreciating your presence and your help throughout the whole duration of time, whaftai. O lesi FUIFUI ngā, masanian whapea, o meanga e pakingo ia o e markou ainga. I have not acknowledged yes yo ainga is a public place, and I thought, what a better place to do that. O te mua o na whaftai atu au whanga au whai, ki msaro lo koe mai a whaifi au, loo usa se aku i le swafa o le whaifi au. Au whai ma seine ma le no whaalo, e leini upu e whamatala atua i IFOPO, le nganga whaanga e tia ma le whaafetai, e tuso luanga le lei i le kamalea mai salwa whaka ma whangaloa. Whaamalo, whaafetai alo whangia le atua, i sanga whaafualoa lo lua soifua. E whapena foi, isi o ko lua lea o siungo Faapotopotoga So'o, ma sia ma whangau po sia u whangau kenge ma kukua lea o kumakai lea o Te Wila, o kumakai lea o Jordan, Luana, ma nisi o le whanau leo iei nei, o rowina foi o lai au skaria e lo sang. Ai whaasi di siri whaafetai wha ma lotau tua, lai sila Samoa, o kou, lau kumakai ma kukua lea, o le lei o ngā luenga, e kuku mai makangi oloi, a lewe o mai whekau whikuria i whengo kaku whiau, wha malo o kou manguia ngā, o mamanga. O leisi vaenga o ngai o kou whawhinge. Ngai o kou whawhinge mai au tilangi, ma lato whanau o uso ma whanau, ai won't e lem whainga kau aku kou ngoa, ai ngai kou kei loa, alofa lea tu e whamanuia ia au tau. O grandchildren umamaua, ia manguia o kou. O si o wakari i le soangi malosi a maua le whale o ike nasi o. Manguia o e malau whangau. O te mnafo e tau atu le maftanga le New Zealand staff, le New Zealand Luana and your staff who have also made a contribution to this beautiful day. Last but not least, siunga ese si me bisi Faapotopotoga. O le afoi. O le vaenga le ia grandchildren ia. Because o le whaawa winga o le mako ngafa. E whaawa wal kamale le o pawhelio. Le i ronga ki ngā o Sarah. E whaawa wal kenge le o le aniva. O le i ronga ki ngā si tu maunga April. O le whangau ma a tune mpolu o aira, ma leu umanka umaku ia ingoa kamaki. O le ngafa ngā o ngei a inga pefa pe e alofa ngia le kua e whiola e ngei kamaki ma manguio lako me whai. O kia, ngā paule o le kala, o aise si ua le ka ualo uswafa, ia langa o le koinga o sauholu makua, e mawhaianga i loa whape o kei loa, ngaka la ua ngalo e kia ule ingoa, me la le maalilie, o le vaenga leo lau maene, o le mawhangau, e mongi ngā whangau e kingi kamaki, a o le kama leo to le afua aito fele, o le li leo wale, e o i kenge, maene ma Rose, o ka ongi ka ngaka e laka ke ri mafaku ngi ka mai o afa la me ala inga fai po fel fala velave o ai toia o ame tu sa mo mate wai o karo ma ave e fa pena ma si wola tunia o la leng sa me skadia nga saul fai po ponga le ko saul i le o ki o kamare o tunia fa penga ma James maniti le mfenga sau a o si o ka li la kangi mai ala o Mark kaulima lenga fai kaulanga yuluti yang ngafi long sister ia fai o falonga lo mai e manguia lo ku ngofo nga ku pa penga ma o fa manu o ai lava lai le o mfaina o mai na ia inga Samoa ia malol tapuai a ole ainga le o kinga tuna el pa ia ia lua ma usoli ma upu ia te o salvo fata fa fetai lo to alo lofa mo lo to wanga le lei isi o ko keila o ma o lunga la so tuna i lo ko iai fa ma lo akulam fa fetai alo fangie le tua ato e a umale ne ya so mata apel fa manusina i fa peona te ina i lo to malu i me foi o lo to wa fio ma lalai a le Ekalesia i le ko fa ku skala e uma foi nge yaso ai le uma i nga fikala ya ku le au fai ya vaku polase ma ku pala o ngofo mal ko inga walu to waf mai yo kala le inga nge uminga wa o ke ngi mai o fe au ai ya manuia ya le ne ya so mal ta so maftanga so ifua o mai usuka ko planga ko e ko ki o mai pe ko ki ngofo nga o su marka ko pese pope foi le Maria
Maria Malu Faafetai mo le mau le nei tai au. I thank you all for witnessing the life well lived for dear son, a friend, Junior, from last night in his family service, as well as today. Thank you, Faapotopotoga and IFOPO, for the brief statement of Junior's life. But within the church, he is one of the members of this church, the Congregational Christian Church of Samoa and Cannons Creek, with his wife and the children. Junior is a very humble man and a very lovely man. He served his Lord at the very best of his ability, witnessing Junior's church life and how Junior maintained his faith in God. There are 4 important things that I know of from him. Firstly, he maintained his integrity. Secondly, he kept doing his best. Thirdly, he carried out the task he was given. And fourthly, he used his power compassionately. He tāua I e whānau mō mai a junior. Pio no tāua na pō wale ia sisi o mato o lotu na muli mau. Ona e hampo. E while mū. E loto maulalo. E mata fia fia. E mata alofa. Malama lama junior I. Leo langa lea sa o lai. Pe o butomua. Ola tātou leo langa. Full of problems and troubles. Leo whai mai Yesu. Iau tō fia fia o manu malo. Malama lama junior I. Toi tua Yesu. Mai le oti ma le tunga mau. Pe uporo iai le salamo lusu tolu. I want to quote some words from Psalms 23. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Le life leo le sao lai junior. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. I say, why? Upumuli lai ai. I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Taunu ungo mea uma. Moi tātou uma. We shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Leo wai junior. As a church minister of this church, that is how I know of this young man. In his church life and his spiritual life. So therefore, junior, go in peace. That dwelling place is waiting for you. Taunu unga leo tātou uma. Umon ta pena Yesu no fuanga mo tātou. Mapu ia tangata faatuatua. Me sao whai ngoi nai junior na fil tātou lotu o le Josefa. Nanga lue mo tātou tina ia polu le whanau a inga me tātou uma ma le Ekalesia. Tātou Josefa lea o le nei Faitau. Let us pray. Here tātou Tatalo. O Malia le faalogo. Toi sa whiwhinga o le atali nei. Mori mau lona tō lua. O mori mau foi lona tamā. O mori mau foi lana Ekalesia. I sa whiwhinga. Matala mana nei e lona soifuanga. O mātou whiwhiai. Ui lava o motu sia le mawhtanga o no le malanga le malima le oti. Pei tai e ola pea ia winga le lei. E pe ona moli mawina. Mai ana pō i ana wō. Wō mai fōi le nei tae ao lona tō lua ma le tamanei. whawhetai le atua. Wāua mātou talitonu, o lona faamaoni, na ia tau fia ai lona faatuatua. O lona fai melelei, na ia tau fia ai lona faatuatua. O ana ngā luenga, na ia tau fia ai lona faatuatua. O lava i lona alofa whasoa. O ia tau fia ai lona faatuatua i laua fio le atua. O le na whaia o ia mai mātou umanei. Ia nganga fia le o Manatu Autu i se ia watu le whawhetai. Ono o tiunia. Te leo aso, sa mātou mafuta ai. O awanoa mātou te iloa ai lau fio i o mātou o langa mo mātou tangata. Lea lava o mōli mau le aso, ma le mea e tupu ai. Ia whawhetai mo lona soifua whao ngā ina le lei. O ola ma fia ai fo inis tangata i ngā luenga sa au nai. Lona lima wa apa atu ina ia lawe ai mai. Sa ngalo ia te ia mai, sa whenga iai. Sa whasili lava ia te ia lona alofa i tangata. O whai longa lea o lona whaatuatua. Pe ona mātou mōni mau iai. Whawhetai lona faamaoni, lona walawina. Lea o mātou fia aile nei tai au. Ona ua mapu atu lona nganga i lau fio. Ine no fuanga tu mau uma na e Sauniga mo tangata faatuatua uma. Mātou whawhetai ona o Iesu. Le atoanga o lo mātou walawina mo lau whiau ma lau ngā luenga. I lona whinangalo alofa ia te i mātou. Na ia Sauniga ai le whaolatanga mo i mātou umanei. Na maliu, toe soifua mai. O le whaelonga mātou te toe tutu uma. I lo lava whinangalo alofa. I o mātou whātu ese. Whamaulalo i o luma le ie. O na anga sara lava o mātou tangata. Whamangalo foi le atali. Ni ona whale tonu ma ni ona vai ngā whale tangata. A ola ai le o langa nei. Whamangalo lau Ekalesia. Whamangalo i mātou uma. O mafuta le nei aso i lona toe Sauniga. E whanono manu peo o mātou nganga. I lau whamangalonga sili ale le soifua o Iesu. Toi fuata ina ma whanau fuwinai lo mātou wola. O mātou Tatalo. Talia mai le nganga o lo mātou watali nei. A pai mai au whamaisenga. Tina ia Faaeafaleupolu le whanau. O ainga na lua. O mai masani ma lau Ekalesia. Whaaloto tele ina pea i mātou. Tuaso whaingatā o leo langa. E ia mātou wola pea ma le mautinoa. So ina lava i mātou i whitā o leola. Peitai. O lau o fio. O lo iai lo mātou māpusanga. Mātou Tatalo nei e whamanuia. Le nei Faapotopotoga. Pai atu foi lau whamaisenga i e o le mawhai o na lava mai. Ono tuatuangia le maalofia. Pai atu le mawhanawhana o lau fio mo i lātou. Ia e maise o mātou a inga. Talo mo ngā solonga o nei whamoe le nei aso. I tau tai pēr lau fio ia te i mātou. E mawhai o na whātau nui nā i le manuia. Mātou te fia te talo pēl te talo na e awa o mai. Lo mātou te mai o le lang. Ia pa ia lo suafa. Ia o mai lo malo. Ia whaia lo finangalo le lalolangi e pēo na whaia le lang. Ia e fua i mai ia te i mātou le aso nei o a mātou mea ai e tau male aso. Ia e wha mangalo ia te i mātou ia mātou o msa. Peo i mātou foi o na mātou wha mangalo i nātu. Ia e wanga leanga mai ia te i mātou. Awa foi teita ina i mātou le wha o sosonga. A ia e la vea ia i mātou nei le leanga. Wae ou le mālo ma le mana. A toa ma le vi inga e whaavaulava. Amen. Ia, o le pese leo le Ave Maria, le o tātou o iai. Ma nei foi pēa to e whafonga mai. Ia pe ese si pese.
Tusi filia tu sa malifasi nonga le tusi Faitau aso ne whakasa le IBRA ngā luenga le wapostolo nta pufa Faitauina le FUIFUI sfutolu e whangata le FUIFUI luasfulu. Bible reading this morning is from the New Testament, Acts of the Apostles, chapter 4. I shall be reading a few verses. Whaafungamaya Inisio thionga pa ia alu tātu wali i. Wai la tau li lotu tele o Peteru ma Ioane. Ma wai loa tangata ili ia o ina i la ua ma le vale lea. Wa la tu wofuai, wa la tu i loa foi o i la ua sa la tu fatasi ma Yesu. Wai loa tu foi i la tau li tangata wa wha malolo ina o tu fatasi ma i la ua. Ona le mautali ai lea o i la tau. Wa ami atu ia te ila ua o na wawao ia te ila ua. A walawa nei tuk tala atu pe a watu i le ingoa o Yesu. A utali atu pe teru ma Ioane. Fa pe atu ia te ila ua pe tonu i luma o le atua. O na maa whaalongo ia atu utou. A e mata le whaalongo i le atua i na filifili ia utou. Wa mate le mafaia ona le tautala I mea ua ma vaai ai. Ma faalogo I ai. Hamani mai tātou e le tua. E a leilu tātou Faitau ma whaalongolongo I nisi o ana whianga pa ia. Mai atu maupea ia te ia lona lava viinga. Nei se ia o I le whaavavau lava. O le te au whaamawhanwhana. I le suafo le tumaa. Le alo ma le anganga pa ia. A wā te le mawhaia ona le tautala I mea ua vaai iai. Ma faalogo iai. Whai mai le autu o le aso le nei. Wa lamatia le faamaoni o tagata o le faatuatuaga. Genuine faith, it's challenged at times. When death is at our doorsteps, the pain of losing a loved one can be overwhelming and difficult to comprehend. This is extremely difficult, especially when God calls the loved one home at a time when there are personal and family plans to be fulfilled. When we are in these difficult times of our journey, our faith is challenged. Our loved one is young, full of life, and has been taken away too soon from his wife, his children, family, and friends. It is traumatic and devastating. However, our Lord Jesus Christ has taught his disciples and he's promised his followers, let not your hearts be troubled when your faith is challenged during difficult times. For I will always be with you until the end of times. We are blessed to know that not only he is with us, but he lives in us and works through us. From the scripture reading this morning, Peter and John remain faithful, even in the presence of danger. They display fearlessness despite their exposure to the power of human authority. Their decision to remain faithful to God, rather admit to the authority of the world, shows their resilience in times of danger. Jesus told his disciples that he and they will suffer persecutions. We will face difficult challenges in this life, whether we are Christians or not. But we should not be discouraged when facing any challenge, because our hope is in Jesus. He provides comfort in times of sorrow as we farewell our loved one. All of us who have lost loved ones can be testifying to the peace and grace of God in difficult times. Wā ma te le mawhai ona le tautala I mea ua vaai, ma faalogo iai, tautinonga lea pe teru mai o ana. Na tautinoa ia ana leo staulanga sili ma taitai o le lotu o iutaia, ina ua molia I lau. Malo longa le pili le sa nofo I lumo o le farsa mata ngofia ma aisi ai. Ua moli ai la ua. E whai atu le ngā ruenga le leia e moli ai e tangata leanga o lato loto ma tangata e mataua. Ono le marosi o le mana o Yesu to e tu. Ia la ua vau a wostablang sili ma taitai le loto utaia. O ane ilua to e tautala I le nai ngō Yesu o to e tu. Peitai whai mai o ane ma Petero. E le ia se malos. Le se malos ina te mawhai ona tāwhia I maua mai le tautala ma mōli mau. I mea o mawa ai ma whaalongo iai. E winga I le mana o Yesu Keriso le alii o to e tu manu malo. O le mana le nā. O le Yesu to e tūna te tāwhia I tātou I tu waso o sili ona matuitui. Pei o le nei tae au. Le malosi le nā tātou te whaalango iai. E mau ai le mawhanawhana pe ato to o mai le au malosi o le atua. Masia si mai e pe o le itu waso whapene. Wao le pai mai o le tui o le oti. E le mafaia se malosi wha le tangata. Ona te te le tinga o mawhatianga pe au ina wala o mai le atua i se ua pele i le mawhatanga. Wā, o le wala aunga le atua. Whai mai upo le au fuere loa. O le tau e velo i le maani noa e whai le matua e se i le moto e sala le lango e le. Talo whai. Talo whai le soifua mo ua. Talo whai le atani. A le ua whai le whina ngalo o le atua malana pule whai tutasi. I le soifua malo tātou wola o le me pule ai le atua. E le au iai se malosi o le tangata. Sau whanongolongo ma le tutoa i mōri mau. Mōri mau o le soifuanga o tuna i le pōna pō. Tangata ngā. O le tangata sā tautua tua vai. O le tangata e lela ngona sa leo. Sa pele ia te ia lona ai. Lona toa lua malana whanau. O le tangata e whai wō. Wana pāanga i tutonu o le ngā ruenga. O le tangata e fia i le atua. Peo ni tātou whanongolongo i le mōri mau. O le tamato inga i le nei tai au. E mōni mau mānei anu o whalongo e nipo. Ao se mōni mau a ngā mō tama matenia matupulanga o Samoa. O le tama e nofo i le pito i tua o le whale. Pe au ni tau a fia le a inga. Ai pula toa i lona te maha. Le ango i nāia o o le tama ma le teni Samoa. Ea o le tautala. Ea o le tūma le nofo. Ea o le sabana. Pe au ni tau a fia a inga. Māneia. Māneia le o langa o le tau. Māneia le nei tere vau. Sa nofo. Ma vaai. Leo o mōri mau. E leo ni mōri mau e vi ia ele atali. A le mōri mau e a ngā mō whanau lalo vai o le atunu. A wau ia wa o le tama mo le teni Samoa. Whale o matai. Whale o le whaiwhiau. Pea o ne tau a fia o tātou a inga. Ia mālori tuna. Mālori tau. Lea wa e tawivi se ia o i le unga. Lea wa tutalo sai nu le lei. Bolu ma le whanau. Pa ia a inga na lua. O wā mau mea mamai. Tātou loto te tele. A wā e le whaia soto fina ngalo poso tātou loto. Wa wala au e su ia tuna. Tuna. Tau te iae. O e na le au na le lei ma le faamaoni. Ulu fale mai e le fia o lo wali. Upo le tusi amu ia le au na. E maua mai e lona matai. O loo whapea on whai. Polu. E alo tutele ma le whanau. Le ango le winga leo le soifuanga. E a matai le atua e whahiu i le atua. Le na sa awhia i le toina whai mai. Fōa i mai e le alii. Ame e seina e le alii. Ia sanga whamanuinga le suafo le alii. Amen.
Aftai mole. Tala leo ne yasu. Sisilane tatu por kalame ia ne utatu o maile. Pese muli. Vala o tuai tatu tutulai. Shall we all stand and sing to the praise of the Lord? The hymn 48 is in our program. connection, talo whamanuia, o le whire mufoi mai le atua, o lo silisi lava I mea umai manatu iai. Leo lo inai o tō loto, a tō mo o tō mawhau whau. I le poto ma le alofo le atua ma lo nalo Iesu Keriso lo tātua li. I le male manuia o le atua le tamā, ma le alo ma le nganga pa ia. I a tō pe lava ia so uma e le au noa. Amen. Please remain standing. Yeah. Take that pen.
Just walk that size or
Is it on?
right, just
Yeah, they will do. They will do. Right. Aua te fefe. Wa ole mua ma le muli. O le ola nei lava sa o woti. O te ola e whaavau lava. Na fōina mai e le lii. O ave e seina e le lii. Ia whamanuina le suafa o le lii. Le o tie. O feo i ailo tui. Le tunga maue. O feo i ailo manu malo. Ai whawhitai le atua. O lena te ina mai le manu malo ia te tātou. Talo lo tātou o lii. O Iesu Keriso. Read down, please. Down slowly. Awa ono le pule tonu o le atua. Ilona alofa tu no tele. Wa vina atua ia te ia le nganga o lo tatu atali nei. O lea o tatu tu ina atua ilona tino ele tunga mau. O le ele. O le lefu. Ma le FUIFUI, le FUIFUI. Tātou te talitonu ma le mtua wha moe. I le toi tū, i le ola wha vavau, ono lo tātou o lii o Iesu Keriso. O lena te liua o tātou nei tino o le anga. Ina ia whaia e whātatau lo na tino mātango fie. E tūsa ma le mana na te mawhaia ai. ona whaatoi laloina o mea uma ia te ia lava. E ki wisoe, oe o le tupu mamalu, oe o le alo whaavavau o le tamā. E manu malo le ti ngā o le oti. Ona whaava noa ina le oe o le malo le langi. Mō ta ngata faatuatua o malava. Amuie ua oti, oe ua oti o le ali. Le lava o whetalai mai ai le anganga. Ni e tātou malo lo. Mai e lātou malo lo, na e lātou ngā luenga tinga. Mea lea o lātou iai luma, o le nofo ali o le atua. O lātou au na fo ia te ia e lona malu malu. I le ao, ma le pō. Si o tātou te talo. Le atua sili sile e se. O le maliu alo walo pele o Yesu Keriso. Na whaatoi lalo ina ai le oti. Malona malo longa i le oli sanga. Na whaapa ia ina ai tunga mau o tangata pa ia. Malona to e tūma malu. O au mai ai le ola ma le ola atali i le malama. Ma tau te ole atu. I e talia mai i la mātou nei whaafetai. Ono le alava manu malo i le oti ma le tunga mau. Nei e Sauniga mō tangata. Whaatasi mai mātou uma. Oe uma moe i lona suafu. E tau fia i mātou le mawhitanga whaavavau. Whaatasi mai lātou uma. Oe o le o si o mia lau o fio i le langi. Ni e whaatasi ai mātou maia. O le toe tū ma le ola. O leo lo soi fua pea. Ma lo pule au au whaatasi ma lau o fio. Ma le anganga pa ia. O le atua tō tasi e whaavavau. I le aise le anga. Amen. Tātou pese whamawai a leo Kerisiano. Soe to faina oe uasa le to poe malolo e ala oe pe ama vai le po file mu foi mai le tua o lo sili lava i mea uma e manatu iai e leo ina ai o tō loto a tō mo tō mafau i le poto ma le alofo le atua ma lo na alo Yesu Keriso lo tātou ali i le male manuia o le atua le tamā a le alo ma le nganga pa ia ia te o tō pe lava ia so uma e le au noa. Amen. Ya, Tofa Junior. Dia la melanga. Ya, ilava.
Juanta.
Sekuini. Sekuini, Tatalo.
Sawitina.
Lewa e mo moli le atani ko se alo e pasino le ne yaina. Le maoli o tanto di mauli lumbo le io malofa apitai. Ia na malofa atu a timu ia mau ma. Tamia foi le tira le aso. Le ka pupuai ka matetala. Tato fai fale. Ka umai tato ukuma tato sala. Casi, basta questo, le parlava qua mal parlaro, le sono pensato in al pastua. Non fa pengai na mal malu wa fia. Le stato foto atu, casta. La paese fasin na marosi. Le sabia ai na dua mal parlaro. Hello. Everyone is invited to go back to the hall for refreshment.
Please come to my place.
You might fall.
Another one?
Flowers to my son. Final farewell. Kalau Faitau Ekalesia Momoa Kari maile Foko ia fo malanga nisol kakuainga Aia manguia lawan Have said goodbye to that. I'm gonna come through. Yeah, mira banget ini.
Don't laugh. It would be you.
Okay, where are you going?
We'll start off.
Colin?
Yep, I'm going to start dead stuff now, guys. Come in and, yeah. The girls going to be waiting for us to all get back. Yeah, should we come? We're going to start, oh, me not.
And Pese. Pese from Alice. Like he's going to stay there the whole time.
Check out when you are Pese. Sherry, where's the puppers? They stay back. Yeah. What?
Wie lustig sind. Wie das kann das sein? Try double way. Are you right-handed or left-handed? That's the one. That's sunny. Hot. Good point.
Dios que te
Jace, are you alright? I saw that, Jace. Tulak. Hoi. Oh, come on, guys, let's go. Yeah, Betsy. Better than all guys.
Yeah.
Nice day.
I'll see you in the...
Got you, Jay.
Just to clean up this area here so you're not slipping.
Just keep going. I'm just going to 7 and see.
Come back.
It's been neglected of late. It's just like that.
Are you alright? Does the outfit, mate? I'm not doing you. Another one, mate. I know, hard out.
Did you just get like a sprint?
Hello.
No, they come and take it up. Is there anything that you want with us?
See guys there? See there? Where are we going? Da-da-da! The car around. No, I hear you go with B. No, go with B. No, I go with Mum, please.
I've got the feet at the chest, so make sure I can make our way back to the hall. They're already started. Wash your shoes. There's taps up there to wash your hands. And your shoes. Our whanga's not going to be happy with all the mud in their tits.
Look at me, you go. Oh, we were already facing you. Wonder, isn't it? Thank you.
Like miss one and then just